We've all been through airport security, and so you know that you cannot get through those doors with so much as a bottle of water or a tube of toothpaste. So imagine how you would react if you got through security, sat down on an airplane, and discovered a large knife poking you in the backside. Now that is what happened to Glenn Deere and Deb Uden of St. John's as they left for a vacation in Toronto on Saturday. Now Glenn Deere is a former CBC reporter. Many Here Now viewers will remember him. He told me that on Saturday he and Uden were taking their seats on an Air Canada flight when Uden jumped up as soon as she sat down. There was something solid between the cushions of her seat. When they fished it out, they discovered it was a pocket knife. Now the blade was closed, but Deere says he checked it out and it had a pretty serious blade with a serrated edge. Deere says they were flabbergasted and didn't want to be blamed for the knife themselves, but he knew they had to report it to the flight crew.
I discreetly went to the front of the plane, showed it to the flight director and said, "Look what we just found on our seat." And of course, his jaw dropped, and he turned around and showed the pilots, and their jaws dropped. And then they showed the ground crew, and their jaws dropped. He was thanking us, of course, for turning it in and not being one of nefarious character.
Now, Deere says the flight crew eventually got back to him and told him that the knife had been dropped on the plane by a mechanic who serviced the aircraft the evening before. Now, Deere says he hopes that the mechanic didn't lose his job over the accident, but it does speak to the need to screen aircraft maintenance personnel lest somebody plant a weapon on an airplane in this manner. Now, Air Canada did not return a request for comment. As for Deere and Uden, well, most people hope to return from their vacation with a great story. This couple had one before their vacation even started. Zach Gowdy, CBC News, St. John's.